Hi and welcome to ACES Centre. This is the Unit of Competency FNSIND 401B, applying principles of professional practice to work in the financial services industry. This Unit of Competency will address the following elements. Identify the scope, sectors and responsibilities of the industry. Identify and apply financial services industry guidelines, procedures and legislation. Manage information. Plan work to be completed taking into consideration time, resources and other constraints. Develop and maintain personal competency. Element 1. Identify the scope, sectors and responsibilities of the industry. This will assess the following performance criteria. External forces impacting on the financial services industry are identified and considered in carrying out activities. The main sectors of the financial services industry and the interrelationship between sectors are identified and considered in carrying out activities. The roles and responsibilities of the participants in the financial services industry are identified and considered in carrying out activities. Element 2. Identify and apply financial services industry guidelines, procedures and legislation. This will assess the following performance criteria. Information on relevant legislation, regulations and code of practices is allocated and analysed and the application to the role in the workplace determined. Work practice is clarified and refined in light of relevant legislation, regulations and code of practices. Relevant codes of practice are used to guide an ethical approach to workplace practice and decisions. Element 3. Manage information. This will assess the following performance criteria. Relevant documents and reports are read, understood, and any implications discussed with relevant persons. Documents, reports, data, and numerical calculations are analysed, checked, evaluated, and organised to meet the customers and/or organisation's requirements. Information is presented in a format appropriate for the audience. Element 4. Plan work to be completed taking into consideration time, resources and other constraints. This will assess the following performance criteria. Tasks to be done and relevant conditions are determined. Work is planned either working alone or with others. Work is planned for a given period managing resources, time and priorities. Contributions are made to organisations' planning processes. Changes in technology and work organisation are adapted to. Element 5. Develop and maintain personal competency. This will assess the following performance criteria. Professional development needs and goals are identified and reviewed on a regular basis. Competency, authorisation and licensing requirements are clarified. Professional development opportunities that reflect needs and goals are sought and completed in an agreed upon time frame. This unit of competency requires the following knowledge. Knowledge of industry and company policies and procedures in regard to customer service and administration. Knowledge of the economic and political climate relating to the financial industry. Knowledge of relevant legislation and statutory requirements and industry codes of practice, including Consumer Credit Code, Privacy Act and Credit Act. Basic communication techniques such as questioning, listening and giving feedback over the phone, face-to-face, one-on-one or in a small group. Knowledge of industry and company security practices and knowledge of the reasons for such practices. Knowledge of internal administration systems such as basic accounting systems and databases and software programs. Knowledge of technology and computer systems and software usage. This unit of competency requires the following skills. Basic communication skills in terms of literacy skills, written documentation, telephone skills, listening and questioning. Basic interpersonal and communication skills including listening and questioning. Administrative skills such as managing information, appropriate filing, documentation, and coordinator of tasks and time management. Basic numeracy skills including use of appropriate software, databases, and computer and keyboarding skills. And finally, referral skills. This is the end of the relevant information for this unit of competency. Thank you.